too tired to make anything too complicated, so I decided on eggs. I'm gonna make some kind of omelet, scramble, something. So the first thing I did is get my pan nice and hot, poured in a little bit of ghee, and then I have some sliced up button mushrooms sauteing with a little bit of salt and pepper. Next, I'm going to add some ham that I had from a few days ago. I'm going to throw it in the pan. Go ahead and add my eggs. 3 whole eggs, about a tablespoon of water, salt and pepper. And I'm just going to scramble it up. Here's the final product. Not the most beautiful plate, but it is definitely tasty and will fill me up. I also added about half of an avocado on the side. And if you're someone who needs a lot of flavor, try salsa. There's plenty of Whole30 compliant salsas on the market. Also, the Pioneer woman makes a really, really easy recipe. I will link it down below if you're interested. Just let me know. Time for some lunch, and today I decided on a really big salad. Put some romaine and spinach in there and dressed it lightly with a little bit of olive oil and some unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Next up, added half of a can of tuna. I have those really large cans from Costco. I think they're about 7 ounces, so I put half in. And make sure you always check your tuna label, and the only ingredients should be tuna, sea salt, and maybe some water. Avoid the tuna that has broth and other spices in there because you really don't know what's in there. So I put the tuna in, then I did half of a really large avocado, put some roasted red peppers and some beets. I love beets. They're so good, so I put some of those in, and then I topped it with some raw sprouted pumpkin seeds that I picked up at Costco. Cannot wait to dive in. Had a little bit of extra time this afternoon, so I thought I'd go ahead and prep a little bit for dinner. I'm going to have roasted sweet potatoes and ground beef mixed with some veggies and some green beans on the side. So I went ahead and peeled and chopped my sweet potatoes. This is 2 whole sweet potatoes in there. When dinner rolls around, all I need to do is throw them in the oven for, I'd say, about 35 minutes. It all depends on the size of the diced sweet potato, and these are pretty large, so it might be a little bit longer. And now I'm going to go ahead and clean and prep the green beans. Start on dinner. Kids are going to have pancakes and bacon. For bacon, I found the easiest way to make it is in the oven. You don't have hot oil splattering anywhere, and once it's in there, it takes care of itself. You don't have to do much. I like to just lay out my bacon on a cookie sheet and put it in an oven that has not been preheated. As soon as the bacon's in, I'll turn the oven on to about 415 and just let it cook for usually around 20 minutes, but keep your eye on it. Once you take it out, just drain it, and it's done. All of the oil and grease is on the tin foil, and you don't have to clean a thing, which is great. It's time to get dinner going, so I've got my roasted sweet potatoes on a cookie sheet. I always line them with foil and then just spray it. It makes cleanup a lot easier. Got my oven heated to 450. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a big spoonful, I guess probably about a tablespoon worth of coconut oil, and I warm it up in my hands. That way it kind of liquefies. Then I'm going to just rub all of the sweet potatoes, make sure each one gets a little bit of coconut oil on it. And I'll do the same thing with my green beans. There we go, we're all set. I'm just going to put a little salt and pepper on these and pop them in the oven to roast. Going to let these soften up a bit, add a little bit of salt and pepper. Peppers have been sauteing for about 4 minutes, and then I just added in some of our roasted sweet potatoes. These have already roasted in the oven, but I like to fry them up a little bit with whatever I'm cooking and brown up the sides. Now, like with most things I make, I like to add some greens at the end. I'm going to do about 2 handfuls of spinach in here. And then I find the easiest way to wilt the spinach is to throw a top on it. Once my spinach was wilted, I went ahead and added the ground beef. So now I've got basically a 1-pan meal. Just going to season it up a little bit and then everything will be ready. It's about 6 o'clock and dinner is ready. We have the sweet potato hash with ground beef, some peppers, and a couple handfuls of spinach, and roasted green beans on the side. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what your favorite Whole30 dinner has been so far. This is day 6 for me, and I'm feeling really good. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to subscribe.